This man just stole $20 million from a bank. He was chased all the way by 80 SWAT officers. He managed to escape to his partner's car at the critical moment, but to his surprise, the man pushed him out of the car, just because he suspected Mike was dating his girlfriend. So he deliberately left Mike at the scene of the crime. After making his escape, Anna couldn't stand it. She broke up with the mustache guy and left the team right then and there. Linda left with him. They were very worried about Mike's condition. They arrived at his house to find that he had managed to escape. It turns out he'd been pushed out of the car and grabbed a bike. He was clever enough to use the terrain to his advantage. In the end, Mike managed to get on a train and disappeared from police sight. The trio decided to reunite as a new team, using the original plan to open the third legendary safe. This safe has been placed in a Casino Royale. It will be retransported to the bank at 5 a.m. tomorrow. They plan to intercept the safe in transit. Unbeknownst to them, the police had already set up a net in front of the casino. After all, they've stolen 2 legendary safes, so the casino must be their last target. The assistant suggested that the casino should be informed and cooperate with them, but the chief of police was adamantly opposed. He was sure the robbers would use the 5 a.m. transit time to move. All he had to do was to catch them in a net, so it was important not to spook them now. When the time came, the police would take action immediately, and when they approached the manager to tell him the safe was in danger, the manager smiled and said he already knew about it. The sergeant had a questioning look on his face. He came to the office and found out that the manager had been informed, so the safe was moved earlier than expected. The sheriff was dumbfounded. That's right, the police who notified the casino were pretending to be Linda. He used hacking technology to change the phone number to a police line. He managed to fool the casino manager so that the transport of the safe could be brought forward, and Anna had already infiltrated the transport van and took the 2 drivers down. Taking their places, Mike lifted the curtain and saw this legendary city of gold. It was made of gold nuggets. It's worth a fortune in itself, and it's exponentially more difficult to crack. It has 7 locks. The internal structure of each lock echoes the other. It's as if a spell has been etched into the safe. In the shaking transport vehicle, Mike's mind is at rest. Little by little, he pieced together the gears of the safe. When he reached the 6th lock, the vehicle suddenly enters a sharp curve in the mountain road. Mike is thrown around on the spot, and when the road smoothed out, one of the key gears inside had come free. This resulted in the last lock not being unlocked. The Golden City has only one chance to break it. As the break was about to fail, Mike punched the lock in anger, but this caused the detached gear to snap back into place. The Golden City was opened. The 2 men took 3 large bags of money and left in a different car, and just as they were one step away from freedom, the sheriff arrives to stop them. He'd been tracking Anna's gang for 5 years, so he wasn't going to let this opportunity to arrest her go by any means. With no way out, Anna made a quid pro quo offer to let innocent Mike go. She would stay and go back to the station with the sheriff. The sheriff eventually agreed to the deal. Mike was left alone on a speedboat. Anna promised him that they would meet again somewhere, and Mike looked at the passport he had prepared in advance. He was sure that she would keep her promise.